Today's video, I'm going to cover how Roberto Duran, the great Roberto Duran, one of my all-time favorites, the Hands of Stone, used to use right-hand feints to set up either another right-hand punch or a left-hand punch, okay? And like everybody always talks about feinting the jab, a lot of people don't talk about how to feint the right hand or feinting the right hand. So I got Danny here to demonstrate. And one of the things that Roberto Duran, he was just such a very, very smart boxer and had a great ring IQ. A lot of times a big mistake that a lot of boxers do is they just paw the jab out there to try to set up their right hand. And it can work when you change speeds with the rhythm of the paw when you're fighting an experienced guy. But a lot of times if you're just pawing the jab, a lot of times a smart boxer knows that you're just trying to set him up for the right hand. So the way Duran used to do it, a lot of times he used to carry that right hand so you could see it. I always talk about hiding punches. He would carry the right hand sometimes on the side of his face so you could see it. And then he would paw this jab. And the smart guy, the guy with a good ring IQ, would be expecting a right hand. He would be anticipating a right hand and he's able to anticipate that right hand because this jab is not threatening, because it's a pawing kind of jab. It's still a blinder, and it can work at times. It's when you're mixing things up that you can make that paw jab work, okay? But if you're always just pawing the jab, a lot of times the guy knows to anticipate the right hand. So what Duran used to do is he used to make your anticipation work against you, okay? So he would be throwing that just touch jab, just pawing jab, okay? And then he would have his right hand here, and what he would do is like I said, that jab is not that threatening, so I'm, as a very high IQ boxer, I'm thinking, oh, he's trying to set me up for that right hand. So what he would do is feint the right hand like that, okay? So now when you feint the right hand, you may anticipate going down here, or maybe you're gonna roll this way. A lot of times a guy would try to weave underneath it or drop underneath it to let it slide over the top, and he would turn that right hand into an uppercut. He would go, he's pan, and he would feint the right hand, and then the guy would try to anticipate and go out, and he'd throw a right uppercut. Did that against Carlos Palomino when he was fighting him.
I think he should have stayed in close. He was doing better.
And things he did against Sugar Ray Leonard, he would do the same kind of stuff. He also would feint that right hand and throw a left hook. So let's say you're pawing that jab out there, and you feint the right hand, and you get a guy that might be trying to roll with the right hand, or he's going to try to block the hook, but he's anticipating that right hand like that, and let's say you're shoulder rolling that right hand, okay? Now you don't expect that hook to come at that time, so you don't get back enough to block it, so it's a feint right hand, and then you see that right hand could come, that hook could come in, so it's a feint right hand. I'm rolling, and you're just throwing the hook right off of it. If you throw the right hand and then throw the hook, I can roll in time to block it, but he used to feint that right hand and throw that left hook. If the guy's in a position where he's just blocking, okay, and he's got his hands here and he feints the right hand and throws the left hook, see, I'm trying to block that right hand, that feint right hand. Still, there's the short hook right up the middle, okay? So in other words, from that angle, you're feinting that right hand, and I'm going to block it, and there's the pathway for the left hook. See, so it's all about trying to create openings with feints, and every punch you throw can set up the next punch.
Oh man, yo, I feel like the champion. Oh man, yo, I feel like the champion. My nigga shawty know me now. And I pray they never forget me. Ain't made it because they let me made a lane and I played the game. I couldn't stay the same, I had to change up. Get my change up before I lost my brain. Belly of the beast, no peace. Think I need a breeze. Somebody pray for me. This insanity inside the beach. Going insane. I see me taking over the game. Can tell it's up in my brain, but I ain't yelling my name like name. And I don't need a limelight. Do it on my own. Like me, I bet I shine bright. On my head like flow. The red lights go. We just set it to the tippy. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
that you guys can, that's a great move for any level of a fighter, from elite to the beginner, is to learn how to not just feint your jab, because that's like everybody talks about feinting a jab, but to learn how to feint your right hand. Learn how to feint your left hook. Learn how to feint your left hook to the body. Every punch that you throw can also be a feint, so keep that in mind. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to comment below. Drop your guys' questions as well. I'll be doing Q&As. Follow the inside look of my training camp with Roy Jones as we prepare to fight Mike Tyson November 28th. And you guys want to stay tuned for that one. And when that fight comes out, make sure you check it out. It's going to be a great event, and we look forward to it. Make sure you stay tuned, and I'll see you guys next time.